What if one careless mistake, one dropped object, could save millions of lives? At the dawn of the 20th century, laboratories were places of fragile glass and quiet concentration. Beakers clinked softly, bottles lined the shelves like soldiers made of ice, and in one such lab, a scientist moved through his routine, unaware that history was waiting for him to slip. One day, a glass flask fell. It should have shattered. That's what glass always did. A sharp crack, a spray of glittering fragments, danger scattered across the floor. But this time, it didn't happen. The flask hit the ground and held together, cracked, spider-webbed, but intact. The scientist froze. He bent down slowly, heart pounding, turning the bottle in his hands. The glass was broken, yes, but it hadn't exploded. Something invisible had held it in place like a ghostly net. Inside the flask was a thin, dried film left behind from an earlier experiment. An accident. A residue no one had bothered to clean. And yet, that accident had changed everything. Curiosity ignited. Why didn't it shatter? What if glass didn't have to become a weapon when it broke? What if it could fail safely? As the idea took shape, so did its implications. At the time, glass was everywhere, and deadly when it failed. Windshields shattered into knives. Factory windows turned accidents into massacres. One wrong impact could blind, maim, or kill. But now, there was a possibility. By sandwiching a flexible layer between sheets of glass, cracks could spread without release. The glass would break, but stay together. Energy absorbed, damage contained, violence softened. At first, no one rushed to embrace it. The world is slow to trust miracles born from mistakes. But then came cars. Faster engines, louder roads, deadlier crashes. And suddenly, a question became impossible to ignore. Should glass protect us or betray us? When laminated safety glass finally entered windshields, it quietly rewrote the rules of survival. Collisions still happened. Impact still came. But instead of exploding inward, the glass held its shape, holding lives in place. A single dropped flask had transformed streets, buildings, and everyday safety. Not through genius planning, not through destiny, but through attention. The willingness to stop and ask why something didn't break the way it was supposed to. Sometimes, progress isn't born from perfection. It's born from noticing what went wrong and realizing it might be right. If this story made you see the world a little differently, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what other accidents do you think quietly shaped the modern world?